In the annals of American criminal history, one name stands out as a harbinger of terror and malevolence: H. Holmes. Born Herman Webster Mudgett in 1861, this man would go on to become known as America's first serial killer, leaving a trail of horror and deceit in his wake. Our tale begins in New Hampshire, where young Herman showed early signs of a disturbed mind. Fascinated by surgery and death, he would often dissect animals, a macabre hobby that foreshadowed his gruesome future. As he grew older, his cunning nature emerged, and he began to engage in petty fraud and theft. Holmes's journey into infamy truly began when he moved to Chicago in 1886. It was here that he adopted the name H. Holmes and embarked on a series of elaborate schemes and murderous acts that would cement his place in criminal law. In Chicago, Holmes acquired a pharmacy through fraudulent means, using it as a front for his nefarious activities. But it was his next project that would become the stuff of nightmares: the construction of what would later be dubbed the Murder Castle. This three-story building was ostensibly a hotel, but its true purpose was far more sinister. Holmes designed the structure himself, incorporating hidden passages, trapdoors, and soundproof rooms. Some rooms were equipped with gas lines that Holmes could control, allowing him to asphyxiate his victims at will. The building also contained a basement with acid vats, lime pits, and a crematorium, all tools for disposing of bodies. As the 1893 World's Fair approached, bringing an influx of visitors to Chicago, Holmes saw an opportunity. He lured young women to his hotel, often hiring them as employees before murdering them. He would then sell their skeletons and organs to medical schools, profiting from his heinous acts. But Holmes's crimes weren't limited to his murder castle. He also engaged in complex insurance scams, sometimes involving murder. In one notorious case, he convinced his business partner, Benjamin Petezel, to fake his own death for insurance money. Instead, Holmes actually killed Petezel and then murdered 3 of Petezel's children in a twisted attempt to cover his tracks. Holmes's reign of terror came to an end in 1894 when he was arrested in Boston for horse theft, a relatively minor crime compared to his other acts. However, as authorities began to investigate, the true extent of his crimes came to light. The unraveling of Holmes's web of deceit was as complex as the man himself. Detectives traced his movements across the country, uncovering a trail of missing persons and fraudulent activities. The discovery of human remains in the murder castle sent shockwaves through Chicago and the nation. During his trial, Holmes remained eerily calm, even charming. He confessed to 27 murders, though the actual number of his victims remains unknown and could be much higher. Some estimates range as high as 200, though this figure is disputed by historians. In May 1896, H. Holmes met his end on the gallows in Philadelphia. Even in his final moments, he remained enigmatic, reportedly requesting that his coffin be encased in cement and buried 10 feet deep, perhaps fearing that grave robbers would do to him what he had done to so many others. The legacy of H. Holmes continues to fascinate and horrify. His murder castle, though long since demolished, has become the stuff of legend, inspiring countless books, films, and TV shows. The case of H. Holmes marked a turning point in American criminal history, ushering in the era of the modern serial killer and forever changing the way we view the capacity for human evil. As we reflect on the twisted tale of H. Holmes, we're left with unsettling questions about the nature of evil and the dark potential that can lurk behind a charismatic facade. His story serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of vigilance and the complex nature of criminal psychology. In the end, the case of H. Holmes remains a stark chapter in American history, a cautionary tale of charm turned to malevolence and a grim reminder of the depths of human depravity. His legacy continues to cast a long shadow, serving as a haunting reminder of a time when a killer built a castle and America lost its innocence to its first serial killer.